the situation?
Came, gave me the paperwork on the yard. Said, "Here you go. This dude has 64 counts of child molestation." You know what I mean? So I just planned to move, made a move on his ass.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Chucky Norman. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Chilling. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, man. So
living the dream, dog.
I hear you, bro. Me too. Striving for perfection, you know?
I'm still alive.
Definitely, man. You were recommended to me because you got an interesting story. So you want to introduce yourself to the people, tell them where you're from and your name?
Old Chucky Norman. I grew up in Orange County, California. A little bit of Long Beach. Spent 16 years incarcerated in California prison, and did another 5 years in Idaho. I've been going in and out, but I've been out since 2007, like 15, 16 years now.
Yeah, I've been out for 11, 12 years. I've been out for 12.
2007, I got out. I just quit using drugs, and my life's been great. You know what I mean?
It's like the magic trick, man. It's like you stop drugs, you stop drinking, you stop going to prison.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So
good thing.
How was your childhood, man? What was it like growing up?
Well, I grew up in Orange County, and I was around a lot of crazy chaos and gotten gang life. You know what I mean? And was running and gunning, and packing guns, and selling drugs, and just being a hoodlum. You know what I mean?
What do you think your first experience was where you were like, damn, I'm in a situation that's pretty dangerous here?
I mean, it was all fucking dangerous when I look back at it. The thing is my family moved out of Cali. So every time I get busted, they'd make me have to go back to Orange County. I didn't know nothing, you know what I mean? So the only thing I knew I was sell drugs, you know what I mean? Be a thug, you know what I mean?
What was your first incarceration? What was the first case that you caught that was like major?
They were all major. Every time I got busted, it was like 5, 6 felonies, you know what I mean? It was all like guns, stolen cars, drugs, burglary tools, all kinds of crazy shit, you know what I mean? I think I got 24 felonies.
Wow.
24 felony priors in California. But
that's a lot, man.
In and out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then finally, they gave me a little 5 chunk there, and I got out in 99. And then I cleaned up, and the 3 strikes law shit came in effect. And I actually moved to Idaho, and then I ended up selling drugs out there and ended up catching a little 5-piece.
Idaho, how is it out there? Is it a lot different from California?
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's night and day, right?
Oh, yeah. No. You know what I mean? I did 16 years in California. I went out there. It was like, time was easy for me, but because I was from Cali, they thought I was like, came from Cali to control their prison system. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
So I kept getting in all these, throw it in the holes and all kinds of shit. I'm not even from Idaho. I don't give a fuck about these lanes out here. You know what I mean?
Oh, so they took it like you were from there. You were from California.
They act like I came from Cali.
Transplanted.
System, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't care about their Idaho politics. You know what I mean? I was just there trying to do my fucking time and shit, you know?
So what was it like when you stepped foot in Idaho prison? What were they treating you like?
It was weird because they put me in a minimum facility. I caught fucking 12 years, 5 plus 7. And I just came from level 4s and crazy shit in California. And they like threw me in a minimum facility. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Mom, I'm in a minimum facility. You know what I mean? And I started fucking around, playing, getting all doped up and shit, and ended up having to go to the higher level yards there. You know what I mean? But it was easy time for me. You know what I mean? Because I done time in Cali, and that shit was like there's just a bunch of fucking weirdos around there. You know what I mean?
So, like in California prison, what was it like when you first get in there? What do they come up to you and say you gotta put work in? Do they test your
Well,
heart?
I
Like,
showed up when I was 18, and I had a little homeboy that knew me on the streets, kind of pulled me up. You know what I mean? Ran the ropes down to me. You know what I mean? And I just followed suit. You know what I mean? I didn't have to put in work and shit. I did later on down the road. You know what I mean? I did all kinds of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Over the years, I spent.
yeah, I want to hear it all, man.
You know what I mean?
and
So
any
anywhere I went, you know what I mean? I was all involved in all the prison politics and shit. You know what I mean?
is there any situations that stand out to you when you were in California? Maybe a situation that you seen or that you were involved in that you could explain that sticks out in your mind.
I handled some child molesters. You know what I mean? Took care of some chomos. You know what I mean?
So what was that like? So you wake up in the morning. What can you walk me through the
Fucking
situation?
sergeant came and gave me the paperwork on the yard. Said, here you go. This dude has 64 counts of child molestation. You know what I mean? So I just planned a move, made a move on his ass. You know what I mean?
Do you tell other people? Or are you like, all right, we're gonna go get this guy?
Well, I told my homeboys and shit. You know what I mean?
And what was the plan?
Huh?
What was the plan?
Well, I just wanted to make a move on him, so I got him going jail hall. You know what I mean? Caught him in a little blind spot, peeled it back. You know what I mean? So
Damn, man. I mean, they're a target in there, you know?
yeah. Fuck yeah. They usually don't come on the yards, but every now and then they'll try and slide them in out there in California till they get found out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they get blasted on and sent on down the road.
So I
Yeah.
was interviewing a guy that was locked up in a California prison, RJ Donovan. Have you heard of that place?
Oh yeah, Donovan, I've been there.
Yep. So he was in there and he told me that he fought a kid that was around 19 years old and he said the kid died. He was flipping the story. I guess the kid turned out to be a 3-year-old kid. And
Real.
the kid turned out to be a 3-year-old kid and this guy killed the kid. So we sent word to the people in the prison and he was took out of there, man.
Oh yeah, any kid crimes you get fucking peeled back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I was just telling my old lady about some like 18-year-old kid rolled up in Orange County jail. And I guess he got all I don't know what the fuck he did, but he took a lead pipe to a bunch of fucking kids, like 12 and 13-year-olds in some bowling alley arcade. And he got busted for it. You know what I mean? It was all on fuck camera and shit. Well, he came in the county jail and rolled up my thing. So, of course, I smashed him out. You know what I mean? I was telling my old lady I felt bad because kid didn't even fight back. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah.
hard, smashing some dude out and he ain't even trying to get nothing back. I'm like, I felt bad, but he had it coming. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, sometimes, yeah, I've seen people taking it out on on people with bad charges, and you feel bad because it's a human aspect
Yeah,
side of you.
yeah,
But when you think about what they did, it's like, who cares,
yeah.
right?
I didn't care, but he was a young kid. You know what I mean? But I smashed him out and felt bad kind of after. You know what I mean? Like dude didn't even fight back, just stumped his head in.
What's some of the disciplines that you have to put on people in there if they cross the line or disrespect you? What's some of the things that they would do to people, and how would they catch them in situations
I
like?
was a bully in there. I was like a predator. You know what I mean? I've done so much fucking time. You know what I mean? I fucking anybody that's weak, they're fucking sent down the road. You know what I mean? But I grew up in that life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I grew up in that fucking life. So
So when you walk in there, do you look for the weakest person, or you already know? You can
no,
tell.
no. Well, now I'm OG, but even when I was a youngster, a lot of people respected me, and you know what I mean. I fucking just ran a tight program. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck around, you're fucking lame showing up on fucking tier. You know what I mean? Motherfucker peel you back, send you on down the road, take your shit. You know what I mean?
Do you would they befriend the people? Would they be like, "Hey, come with us, man," and then turn on them, or would they outright like
I had
Debo them?
a lot of respect from where I came from. My own boys I grew up with, we're all fucking gangsters and killers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So whenever I roll in a pod, you know what I mean? I got all the fucking love coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've been around, put work in. You know what I mean? All my brothers are gangsters and killers too. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So anytime I was fucking whatever pod I was on, I could pretty much be the boss. You know what I mean?
So basically, are you the leader of the people that you're with? And then how are the politics in California? I know it's a lot
I grew
different
up.
than.
I grew up with. I'm a PENI skinhead, and it's a notorious fucking gang out there that pretty much runs all the yards in California and shit. I'm old school. I grew up. I'm like one of the oldest OGs of all of them. You know what I mean?
Now,
Every,
is it what with the word skinhead in it? Is it a racist organization? Do they prey on?
we were all punk rockers that started going to prison, and then it became a fucking kind of like prison gang, street gang. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
all started out from punk rock scene. You know what I mean? But once we all started going to prison, because California, it's all racial. You know what I mean? Whites only hang out with whites, blacks. Everybody's race. You got to stick to each other. You know what I mean? So,
so now what would happen if a white guy comes in there and he's claiming a black gang? So if a white guy comes in there and he's claiming
they hit
claiming Bloods,
Yeah, they hit on.
he would get hit up
Yeah, they make a move on them, and it usually causes a problem too.
because that guy is
Reps will fucking usually have his back. You know what I mean? But the fucking white boys are gonna make a move on him. You know what I mean?
yeah, because they're not going to tolerate that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It's like against all rules. You know what I mean? Because they can't walk the yards. You know what I mean? With the other white dudes, acting like they're black folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it becomes a political thing, and they're going to make a move on them no matter what. You know what I mean?
Have you seen? Has there been times when the opposition would want you guys to help take care of one of their people?
Well, I had this one weird situation. So Sonny Barger, Hell's Angel guy.
Yeah.
There was some black dude in prison that was like claiming like he was white, but his name was Sonny Barger. He said his dad was the head of the Hell's Angels, and the blacks wanted us to do something to him. And do that straight, like KKK shit tattooed on him. He was black as fuck. You know what I mean?
What?
He was fucking acting like he was white. So the blacks came jam me up. You know what I mean? That's your fucking people. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what he has on. You know what I mean? You clean up your own weirdos. You know what I mean?
Wait, so it was a black dude.
It was a black dude that had a bunch of white supremacist tattoos on him. And he said his dad was Sonny Barger, the one like Hell's Angel dude, you know what I mean? And his name was Sonny Barger too. He tried to get me on the phone like, here, Cy, fucking, my dad's fucking Sonny Barger.
Oh, he's trying to have him vouch and everything on the phone.
Yeah. So everybody was tripping on him because he had Klansmen's on him and swastikas. He was black as shit, you know what I mean?
What?
Yeah. So the fucking blacks wanted him off the yard, you know what I mean? Because they were like, fuck that. And I'm like, that's your people, you know what I mean? It's because he has that shit tattooed on him. I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean?
So what ended up happening with him?
They smashed him out and sent him on down the road. You know what I mean?
Wow, man, that's a pretty wild situation to be in.
Yeah. Like, ain't my people.
Can you imagine? Like, what are the chances? I mean,
what the fuck?
was it really his dad?
I don't fucking know, dog. I didn't get on the phone with him. His name was Sonny Barger. You know what I mean?
That's wild.
Sonny Barger, he might have went and had sex with some black chick.
Rest in peace to Sonny Barger.
You know?
Hey, man, it could be, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
His name was Sonny Barger. He tried to put me on the fucking phone with him. I'm like, what? I want nothing to do with you, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weird. My fucking eyes.
Was there any other people that you came across with a celebrity status, whether it was outlaw celebrity status or famous people?
I mean, Suge Knight was in Lancaster with me. You know, but he was black dude. And ain't like I talked to him, you know. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. There might have been some other famous people in there, but
How did they treat Suge Knight? How were the people around him? Did they just follow him around?
No, he kind of didn't. He kind of stayed in his cell and stayed off the yard. He wasn't out on the yard too much, you know.
They moved him to RJ Donovan. I was supposed to have him on for an interview, and somebody ratted on him for having a cell phone. And they took the cell phone, man. 6ix9ine ratted on him, the rat.
Oh, 6ix9ine.
Yeah, the rat. Because Suge Knight had a phone in his cell. He was calling people. I had an interview linked up. Everything was scheduled to go. And somehow 6ix9ine, the rapper, got in touch with him and they were talking. And 6ix9ine went on an interview and told them on the interview that he was talking with Suge Knight. They went in there, shook his cell down, took his cell phone. There goes the interview.
Yeah. He didn't get another one?
I don't know. If he does, reach out to me, Suge Knight, man. I still want that interview.
Yeah, I was in the 90s back when he was in Lancaster with me before this his new case that he caught.
Yeah.
How much time did he get?
I'm pretty sure he has over 20 years.
For fucking running that dude over?
Yeah.
He ran somebody over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll find out right now. 90s. Um, Prison. In August 2017, a grand jury indicted him on uh, threatening bodily injury, sending text messages, blah, blah, blah. 2017, he pleaded not guilty to charges. Doesn't say how long he went to jail for. I think he got 20 years.
Yeah, I'm sure he did for
I think.
the whole murder case. The dude died, right? Did he
Yeah, 28 years. He got 28 years in prison in 2018. So he's done, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I was interviewing Chris, he said that he came across Charles Manson before,
Oh yeah.
and they
Yeah.
walked him
Been
by
to
all
a bunch of
handcuffed.
different places. He's been to a bunch of different places. I've been to a bunch of different places. I did 16 years old, broke up. Chris
Yep.
did the whole 20-year stretch and then a 6-year stretch before that. You know what I mean?
So because you've been convicted of all these crimes, you can talk about them now, right?
Yeah.
So any of these cases, is there any of them that stick out to you that you can explain what happened?
Like in his book.
No, any of your cases that you
Oh mine were just drugs and weapons shit. You know what I mean?
you said you have a book?
No, Chris wrote a book.
Yeah, The Dark Side of Orange County.
Yeah. So I'm in the book, you know what I mean? Because he was my little running partner for like 2 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm actually in that little book that he wrote. And I told him, I don't care, dog. You know what I
that's
mean?
pretty cool though. I
Yeah.
mean, does it
Well,
give you inspiration for you to write a book?
well, I was like telling my old lady, like all the times I was in prison, I wrote shitloads of other shit to my dad. I never sent it out because I didn't want the cops to read it. I'd
Yeah,
I'd always be all fucked up and writing shit. I just end up throwing it away. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And Chris wrote a bunch of shit and kept it and trying to get his book going. So,
Yeah, man. I mean, you could take all that misery and pain that you've been through in the past and
yeah,
turn it into something profitable,
yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I'm grateful now because I'm sober. I get to help people. A lot of people ask me for help. You know what I mean? Because I ain't done drugs since 2003. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I haven't done drugs or drank since 2019.
I was a fucking junkie, fucking addict, crazy motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just quit doing drugs. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of youngsters that look up to me and ask for help, or like a bunch of little kids. You know what I mean? Because they kind of look up for me because I've changed and made something for my life. And moved out of California, and doing good. You know what I mean?
It's
I,
commendable because a lot of people get sucked into that cycle.
oh
Like
yeah.
if you didn't get sober, you
Everybody
you
thought I'd be in prison for the rest of my life or be dead from drugs. You know what I mean? Here I am, 52 years old, got a beautiful woman, got all kinds of badass cars. You know what I mean? It's like, I
yeah,
quit doing drugs. You know what I mean?
living your best
Yeah,
life, man. Everything changes when you
yeah,
get sober.
yeah. And all kinds of doors just open up. You know what I mean?
What's some of the crimes that you were getting into on the street? Were you progressing in crime? Were you like, how far would you take things?
I done shitloads of armed robberies and crazy shit. You know what I mean? I was a opportunist.
So would you
You
would
get
you
caught
rob like
sneaking around me,
stores,
you can
or would
take
it be
you know.
people?
It was mostly because, like in Cali, the drug scene, there's so many little fucking drug dealers out there. You can go take their shit, and you're never gonna see them ever again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's like a circle of people that weren't in my circle. You know what I mean? I never hurt my circle. You know what I mean? But there's so many people out there. I could go take their shit or whatever. But I always sold drugs too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was opportunist. You know what I mean? You got some shit, I'm gonna come take it. You know what I mean?
California's a different breed, man.
I was a fucked up person. You know what I mean? I was vicious. You know what I mean? I had no mind, you know what I mean? I just did what the fuck I wanted when I wanted, you know what I mean? Whatever the
Have you had other friends that were involved with some crazy things on the streets too?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. All my fucking partners just got wrapped up in a big old RICO case in California. You know what I mean?
What happened with that?
Well, they fucking snatched up my one good partner, like 25 AB dudes, and you know what I mean? They got a big old RICO case. A couple of dudes were on the streets, and there was like 25 other AB dudes they just snatched up, and we're all sitting in Sacramento fighting a RICO case for a couple of institutional murders and some other shit on the streets. You know what I mean?
Oh, so they wrapped them up in a RICO case with the
For
streets and prison.
doing inside shit
Yeah.
and having shit done on the outside. They fucking recorded their cell phones in jail. Listen to all their moves for like a year.
Wow, man. Yeah, they'll just let you keep going with it, right?
They say, "Here, you can have your phone. We're just gonna tap you." Got them all wrapped up. You know?
Yeah. People will put themselves behind bars and they don't even know it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So California was behind with the or no, it was Florida. Florida, the prison guards were at like a 70% um show up rate. Like the cops were 70% out of commission. That's insane. To have people in cells that need other people to even operate, to open the cells for them to eat.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of cases where people have died in the cell and they're stuck in there for days without taking the bodies out.
No, yeah. I
That's
got thrown in.
crazy.
They fucking threw my ass in the hole, left me butt naked for fucking like 5 days with nothing in the cell because I had cigarettes. They smelled cigarettes. They fucking stripped me out, threw me back in the cell. I was like butt naked in the cell for 5 days.
Damn, man.
Because they couldn't find the cigarettes.
Yeah, they don't care. They do whatever they want. They make the rules as they go, right?
They do. But I always gave them a hard time, you know what I mean? I made them earn their paycheck when I was around. Yeah, they earn their paycheck, you know what I mean?
It's the only way to do it, man.
Nothing better to do, you know what I mean?
Make them earn their paychecks.
Or you know, earn that shit.
So now, if somebody that was in your organization committed an infraction, what would their consequences be? Like, say if they got caught stealing or something like that.
Well, I'm kind of like retired now.
I'm talking about back then when you were in prison. Like,
somebody got caught stealing. Or?
say, do you remember any situations maybe where someone that was in your circle maybe got caught stealing? What would they do to that person?
Stealing from somebody in prison or on the street?
Yeah, someone in prison.
Well, usually thieves get tuned up, you know what I mean? Pretty much it. But it depends on who they're stealing from, you know.
Yeah.
If you ain't got heart, you're gonna come let you take his shit and fucking it's your loss. You know what I mean? You're
Is there any
still
situations that you remember from when you were in prison?
like what?
I don't know any situations. I'm trying to pull a story out of you,
Yeah.
man.
Well, I used to, like when I was in Idaho, there was a lot of sex offenders there. So I would go take, me and the homeboys would go take their commissary all the time. You know what I mean? Because there were so many of them there that you really couldn't do nothing to them. And you fuck them up, you're going to go whole, catch another case. So we would just go take their shit whenever they would have shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just make them pay every
Yeah,
time.
yeah. If they have shit, we're taking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was just too many of them in Idaho.
Was there any that would fight back?
Hmm?
Was there any of them that would try to fight back?
But not really. You know what I mean? Not really. They pretty much fucking. Yeah, I don't think any of them fought back, really.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be good for them if they fought
Yeah.
back. You
Like,
know?
roll up there with a homeboy. Give me your shit, motherfucker. Whoop, whoop. Take their shit. And that was pretty much it. You know what I mean? But it sucked because there's too many sex offenders in Idaho. You can't,
Why do you think there's so many there?
I don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
Fucking weird, right?
Oh, I don't know. You know what I mean?
And you were in state prison in Idaho, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. So you're saying the camp that you were in, there was a lot of them in that one?
I don't know about the camp because I was only there for a couple months, but most of them were on this main yard and ICC. So they had they call it the farm, and they have the main yard, ICC, and a little max prison.
Yeah.
ICC in the yard, there was lots of them.
What about booty bandits? They have booty bandits in there?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fags and transvestites. There's a couple of that shit in there.
Shit, what was that? Beeping, man. I think one of my programs was beeping.
Hmm?
Yeah, one time I was in my program, it beeps. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
Um
Dean.
I was in there, when I was in prison one time, everyone starts laughing, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is everyone laughing for? I look over and there's a small person, a little person. He's walking. He has the jumpsuit on. The fucking the sleeves and shit are all like hanging on him. And the
Little midget?
yeah, man, he came in the prison, man. He came walking in, fucking with the jumpsuit on. The fucking little legs were his fucking little legs were like dragging. Shit, it was so
Yeah.
funny, dude.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Have you seen any funny things like that in prison or anything like that?
Oh, I didn't see no midgets actually. I seen hermaphrodite. There was a hermaphrodite in Chino with me.
Yeah, it's like someone with both parts, right?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody was some Mexican was all up on that shit.
That's what they do, man. They like
Yeah,
swarm them. It's weird,
yeah,
right?
all night long. Like, what the fuck?
If you guys like this interview, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I got a lot of interviews coming, a lot of real funny ones. We're going to get these guys back on again. Shout out to Chris Curtis. Go check out his book, Orange County, The Dark Side. The link is in the description of this video. I'm going to be having him back on really soon. His book's getting turned into a movie pretty soon. So a lot of big things coming. You guys will see. I've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes, and I hope you guys like this one. He was very interesting. Thanks, man. I know how to pick them. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there. Hope you guys have a good night and a lot more to come. Stay tuned. If you guys like this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Renee, what's going on? And if you don't like this content, I don't know what to tell you. Start your own podcast. Miles, what's up, man? And if you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single person that donates, even if you just watch, share the video. And I had something else I wanted to tell you guys. Something big too, and I totally forgot. But whatever, I'll be on tomorrow, 11 a.m. Don't miss it. Oh wait, tomorrow's Sunday, right? Nah, I'll be at church. So I appreciate all you guys. But I will be live tomorrow night. Shout out to Chris Curtis. Go check out his book, Orange County, The Dark Side. And remember, don't be a bitch. Oh yeah, I heard Dom's in rehab because he cheated on his wife. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sucks for him.